Hey guys, Montel here. How you doing? I hope you're doing good. I know this is as crazy a time as possible, and I know that maybe you might not want to hear what I have to say that I want to inject into the conversation today, but it really needs to be injected. Over the last couple of days, there's been a debate among lots of athletes who have been challenging the statement of one athlete who has stated unequivocally that they will never support people who disrespect our flag or disrespect our national anthem. And I understand that. I got to tell you, I understand that in the core of who I am. Because you got to remember, I was only 18 years old. Matter of fact, I was 17 and a half years old when I raised my hand in the air and I said, I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And I entered the military believing that and took that oath every single time I got promoted over the course of then the next 22 years. And, I had 8 of those promotions. In fact, 4 as an enlisted person and then another 4 as an officer. And I wanted to stop for a second and make you stop and think about something. Why is it that all of a sudden America taking a knee became some disrespectful thing? When for millennia, taking a knee was one of the most respectful and reverent things a person could do. 1,000 years ago, we took a knee to the king or queen. You took a knee when the king or the queen passed by and you held your weapons up in the air so they could see them to make sure that you weren't going to attack. We, in our society, in Western culture, men take a knee when they get ready to ask a woman if they will marry them. Every Sunday across this country in Catholic churches, Episcopal churches, and churches across the nation, people take a knee and pray to the Lord our God. You can go to Washington, D.C., to the Vietnam Memorial and watch veterans walk up to that memorial, touch the name of a fellow veteran, then drop to a knee in prayer. When we go to Arlington Cemetery or to any of our VA cemeteries, veteran cemeteries, people take a knee. That knee is being taken in reverence and respect. It's not until a black man takes a knee in reverence of respect to those who have been so violated and mistreated in the past do we all of a sudden have a problem. And since Colin Kaepernick took that knee, there have been plenty of people who have dropped to a knee to ask someone to marry them. So it seems so bizarre to me that all of a sudden we would take something that has been respected for millennia as a sign of respect and now say that we are being disrespectful. I put that uniform on. I put myself in harm's way multiple times to support and defend this Constitution of the United States. And all the people that I see screaming and hollering about disrespecting the Constitution, the flag, the national anthem, a lot of them never put a uniform on their back. They could talk a lot of trash about what their relatives did. It's time for us to stop and recognize the hypocrisy. Stop and recognize that the only reason why you were angered by the taking of a knee by football players is because it was a black one. And until we admit that as a truth, we may not be able to get ourselves out of this hole and chasm that we have now fallen into. I believe very strongly every single day in the fact that when I said I support and defend the Constitution, that meant I supported and defended a person's right to protest. The Supreme Court said it was right to burn a flag. A lot of people don't know that Colin Kaepernick had a long discussion with one of his teammates who was a veteran before he ever took a knee. And the taking of a knee was a suggestion of his veteran teammate because he said if you had remained in your seat sitting down, that would be disrespectful. But taking a knee would show reverence at the same time that you were trying to reinforce your argument. freedom of speech and freedom of expression doesn't come with a playbook. You don't have to do it the way someone else wants you to do it. You do it the way you do it. I'm so heartened by the number of athletes and civilians who have come out in support of that as a stand, and believe that the more that support that, the more they recognize that this Constitution and this flag and this country is worth saving. Be a part of the saving of America.